up with that link after this game or during this game, so that I know what I should Google. Because you gave me a link to try to look at your playstyle, and I will return to Zerg just for this. The Zohan. Thinking about a switch to Protoss. Oh wait, I forgot. Oh shock. No shock.
No.
Oh, no shock.
No ums and ahs.
Oh no, we lost shock.
That's terrible.
Oh no, there he is. Okay, he's back. Yeah, hopefully, I'll just look up Florencia on Google. I'm pretty sure that's a place. Florencia is the place. Okay. Yeah, the Zohan, I forgot you were playing Protoss for that. Your Protoss isn't bad, so I forgot that you main Zerg. Well, hopefully we have XSF or XFS, whatever the guy's name is on the stream here. I'm gonna check here. I have somebody else. Platinum3298. Welcome to the stream. Oh my God, Shock.
Hello.
Shock. Honestly, what you might want to do is just leave the game and watch on the cast, because this is gonna be unplayable for
there
the.
it goes. Music is a little loud. Let's turn that down.
On your end?
Yeah.
On mine.
My music's so loud.
Alright.
I feel like it's loud anyways.
Alright guys, give me just 1/2 a second. I'm gonna start casting now. My chat should be open for me, but I want to double check to make sure I am indeed in the chat. Go ahead and write something in the chat just so I know that I am indeed connected to that, because I want to make sure. And we'll start casting this game. It's
Get it underway.
Zohan versus Florencio. The Zohan in the bottom left-hand corner playing as the yellow Zerg, in the top right-hand corner Florencio as the teal Protoss. I'm going to call that teal. It looks teal. And we've seen a little bit of Florencio in the last couple of days, and seen a little bit of the Zohan. I just played a game against him. We're going to go over there. Obs 1v1. Okay, that's fine. That's probably better.
Yeah.
That you mute me so that you don't get an unfair advantage. But honestly, if you just mute it and it's not going to kill your frames, that's great for me, because I still get the view. I'm a greedy bastard. The Zohan, I'm going to go over the records of these players in 1v1 Obs. Again, these are just records. I'm not trying to indicate skill particularly. I'm well aware that these are not the actual leagues of these people. I just want to clarify the records in 1v1 Obs. It's 16 and 35 for the Zohan, 31.4% win ratio. Florencio with a little bit higher, 19 and 14 with 57.6. And one thing that I want to say is that, Florencio, we've seen some oh crap, oh shit, shit. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry about that.
It's a hard habit to break. We're gonna be honest.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Florencio in the past couple days, we've watched a little bit of his games in the past couple days. Yeah, I did it again. I heard it. I'm hearing myself say it now. You make me self-conscious. But seriously, Florencio in the past couple days, we've seen him play in a fashion that's not really standard. And actually, oh man, cannon rush! Oh, it's a cannon rush. My ums, my ahs are so distracting to myself that I can't even see it. I don't think the cannon will finish. Oh man, he lets it go up. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I think the cancel would have actually been a good play there. Just get that money back.
You got the mining time lost from the worker pull, and he's already. Is he behind? He's not that far behind, but he doesn't even have his Nexus up yet, and I feel like the Zohan didn't lose a whole lot from that, honestly.
Right, now if the Zohan goes ahead and techs up 2 free base early, then Florencio will be behind, because normally you need to be on a 17 Nexus to actually be caught up with standard 3 base Zerg. And yes, I know, I said it's terrible. Oh, that's hard. That's so hard. And of course, here is the Zerg ready to plop down that 3rd hatchery.
I think one thing that I want to mention is that, because we've been doing this for the past couple days, casting 1v1 Obs game.
I'm going to cut you off for just a second. 3 gateways being
gateway
hidden in the top left of the map probably won't be scouted by the Zohan, based on his current Overlord scouting patterns. So we're just going to have to see what happens with these.
And actually, well, the Zohan knows that there is not an expansion here. yet. He knows that there's no at least I'm going to double check the vision, but I'm relatively certain that he he is just a little bit out of vision, I guess, but he knows that there's no probes there. There's no mining going on for certain. And this kind of leads into what I was talking about in terms of Florencio. In the past couple of days, we've seen a few games from him, and in all those games, something cutesy, something different has occurred, and this plays right into that. This is triple gateway proxies. Proxy triple gateway. That's a much better way to say that. I don't know why I said it so weird the first time. But we've seen Ninja expands, we've seen other things, and he's not a scrub. I mean, he's a Diamond League Protoss that wins games.
I was going to say, this strategy, I mean, it's going to go unscouted. He's going to have 6 Zealots out at what looks to be, well, looks like 5 Zealots at the 7-minute mark or so. And it's going to hit that third before there's any kind of defense that can really hold it off.
He's just a cheesy Diamond League Gazelle. Yeah, that's probably a good way to word it.
Man, Cannon Rush all day.
You know, you could call it cheese, and this is definitely cheese, don't get me wrong, it's 100% cheese. But if it wins him the game, hard to argue against it, because this is something that, if knowing that there's not an expansion here, it should tell you something's coming. It's some kind of aggression. There's nothing else that can be coming without that extra economy here.
And
but the question is, if he kills this base, is that enough to justify the lack of his own nexus? I think it is, but he's not going to get any drones. There's no drones here. Just this one drone, and that drone will probably get away. He'll lose the queen, and there's nothing he can do to save this base. But actually, the natural is going to be pretty exposed. There's not a whole lot in the way of army, just these 3 spine crawlers being more for static defense. But if these zealots go straight to the natural, there won't be enough time.
Honestly, at this point, I believe the better move would be to blow right past the natural and go straight to the main, because there's no defense there. And as soon as those spines finish, the push is done. He can't kill that many spines, but looks like he is going to go ahead and attempt to take the spines out and do some damage to at the natural. And
actually, I think that you're going to be proved right here in a second. But that being said, oh man, actually he's doing a lot of damage to these spine crawlers.
He's able to reinforce that.
Oh, and there comes some drones pulling. A couple of transfuses. I think it would have been worth just trying to kill the queens and going up, like you said. But this is still a lot of damage, a lot of forced static defense that you normally wouldn't build. But he's not really producing out of these gateways anymore, and I don't know that those gateways are going to be scouted anytime soon. Stargate going down, almost finished for Florencio. He's so far behind in supply, though. I just don't know if that was enough damage done to the economy of Zohan. Zohan's sitting pretty at 33 workers to 23 probes. There's not a nexus anywhere in sight for Florencio. He needs to do more damage, or this is just not worth it at all. Roach is already on the field. No tech for him to speak of.
He had the money. I was kind of surprised to see him not go ahead and try to take the second base, because as soon as that push was over, they were actually equal with 23 drones and 23 probes. So while he would have still been behind, because obviously the Zerg player has already gone all the way back up to 35 drones, he would have been on a slightly more equal footing, but I think he understands at this point that it's all or nothing, and he's just going to cheese his way to victory, or at least attempt to.
Yeah, I don't think that there's, at this point, any way Florencio can really pull this out without some kind of major mistake done on the part of the Zohan. There's 3 cannons here, and that'll do some good in keeping the Zohan off of like a true full killing blow. But Void Rays aren't really gonna. I just don't think they're gonna produce enough damage to deal with a really big Roach push if that's what's coming. And maybe it'll be good for some Morans because we have the third going back down again. They run in, try to cancel the third because there's not a whole lot to speak of in the way of anti-air. But the worker lead is, and the economic lead and the tech lead is still way in the favor of the Zohan. We have the layer already up. We have a +1 Carapace already just about to finish. We have speed. God damn it! I just did it.
So many us, man. They're literally impossible. But we're on it. We'll do it just for you, X effects. Now, one thing I'd like to say is just that, like, all of this would be fine, but there's no expansion in sight for the Zohan, and these few air units, God, I did it too, are just, they're going to be able to deny this third, but with no second base, there's just no income to back this up. I think he may already know that this game is not winnable.
I am eager to strike.
Upload speed is good, just res. Is it low resolution? Oh, is that for me or is that for somebody else? Okay. The big thing for me is that if I increase the resolution, then that honestly puts a much larger thing on my computer. It's not going to be 1080p. There's not really any way I could do 1080p on my processor. I could do 720, but it's pretty. It's going to melt my CPU, honestly.
Well, I was typing this just to let you finish, but here we actually have a Zergling run by. It's going to try to take out the Zella and slip its way into the main. Now, these cannons will go ahead and stop this, so those Zerglings aren't going to do anything, but the Roaches that are about to march up will probably be able to take this game out. Of course, the Void Rays doing work at the main, or the natural, excuse me.
And honestly, it's worth noting that these 2 queens and 2 spores are all that's in the way of these Void Rays. There's just not a whole lot of anti. These 2 voids are going to do a lot more damage than I thought they were going to be able to do. And the Phoenix are going to be nice in the way of trying to pick off these queens. And there's the queen. 1 queen is already dead. But the Roaches marching with the front door, but I don't know. I actually don't know. There's 4 cannons here, and these Void Rays are unchecked.
GG?
Oh, GG. I don't know if that was I don't know. The Zohan was in trouble for sure, but is that a GG situation? I'm not really sure. It's tough to say. We'll never know unless this game was on Heart of the Swarm, and then we could pick it up for replay. Yeah, we would have the resume.
I thought you had it, man. I'm pretty sure you could have just. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think there was enough Roaches, but I think that he wouldn't have been dead. I don't think that he would have been dead. Gay, just say gay. We are, but now there's anything wrong with being gay, okay? We are equal opportunity here on the stream.
It's true.
the one thing that I always I'm fearful of in these games is that nobody wants to play. Does anybody want to play?
Who's getting on?
We have a lot of people in here. Puppy Punch, Optimus Grime. Optimus Grime with probably one of the better names. Puppy Puncher still in the lead for the coolest name. And Optimus Grime is like, I don't want any of that. I want
Zohan wants me to come out and play. Man,
oh shit! Oh shit! Well, McDominate 6-1 in Om's 1 matches, and we're gonna see him come out to play. He's not actually platinum. That is a lie. He is diamond against Puppy Puncher, and this is gonna be pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and mute your stream, I guess, since I don't.
Stream?
I can't mute the stream. I'm on Skype.
Oh shit! Well, we'll just hang up on the Skype call,
and I will call you back.
Yeah, I'll.
Alright. If anyone's watching my stream, I don't think they are, because everybody's over on Alex's. But here we go. Oh, I haven't played a game in so long.
You have not enough minerals.
Oh, it's been so long.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to try to talk as much as I can during this game to make the stream at least a little bit interesting.
You have not enough minerals.
But it's going to be tough. Now, he is tearing a course, so we're going to go see if he is looking to do either a one-round expand or something cheesy. We will see if we can find a little bit of that scout. Now, I'm going to be going for this push build. If I can remember the build what it is. Oh my god, it's been so long since I played. So we'll just see. I believe it's 13 gate, 14 gas. Yeah, that's that one. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Maybe I'll do something else. I don't know what I'll do. I'm just gonna do me, man. Just doing me right now.
You have not enough minerals. You have not. Your foes are under attack.
Alright, let's go check the gases. Oh. No gas? No gas. So it will probably be the expansion. And I don't know if you guys are watching, but I'm just fucking throwing buildings down, man. I don't know what's going on once again. Just doing me. Trying to remember this build. I think I get another gateway right now. I might not. Oh my goodness. No, I save up for expansion right now. 20 nexus. And then 2 more gates. I believe it is. That's what we're doing. And we will go with that. Alright. I don't think he actually scouted anything, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and check on that timing. Let's see if I'm right.
You have not enough minerals.
Okay, there is an expansion. It's probably on the high ground.
Your probes are
Let's
under
see.
attack.
Let's see what it goes. What are you doing, bro?
You have not enough.
Really weird screen flash whenever the song changes.
Not enough
I don't
minerals.
know if you guys see it or not, but it's quite strange. Oh, I'm about to get rid of supply box. Oh, catch it. Got it. Everything's fine, guys. I don't need more probes.
Construct additional
They're
pylons.
overrated.
We are one with the shadow. I'm here in the shadows.
No, see my timing. What do I do? Let's get some boots.
You have not. I'm here in the
Come on.
shadows.
Come on. Oh, I really hope there's an expansion.
I'm here.
There's not, I'm actually way behind. Well, I guess I'm technically still ahead, but I don't have any tech. This is okay. This is not okay. Oh, that's so many units. Oh my goodness. Alright, tech, Robo. Go, Robo. Probe transfer. Get out of there, stalkers. Some of those. Do some of that. Because he doesn't have an expansion, so I'm ahead there.
Orange, we stand.
We're gonna do that, we're gonna keep making probes, we're gonna get some gas. We're gonna attempt to take this watchtower with this, the saddest probe of all time. Why did I not rally that? Let's crunch through some probes. Let's get another couple of gateways.
You have not enough
Let's get
minerals.
that. Ugh. Oh, I'm so scared right now. So push coming in a second. You can kill me. Let's do more of this.
You have not enough minerals.
I'm not playing for it. Come on, Krylon. I need
You
to
must
finish.
construct additional pylons.
Oh, I'm so bad. Why am I so terrible at this game?
Your probes are
Oh, there's the move out. Alright. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do.
You must construct.
I know we're supply block. I know it. I know we are.
You have
I know.
not enough minerals.
Quit talking about it. We're gonna try to cut this off. Right.
You must place that in a
Units? I don't think I have enough units.
I'm here in the shadows. You must place that in a power
Oh, this is so bad.
I like what
This wall real badly. It's fine. A lot of fucking good that reserve, isn't it?
You have not enough minerals.
Right, upgrades. Let's get upgrades.
justice be done.
Try to get some map vision.
You have not.
I think we can actually take a third. So I don't think he can actually deny a third right now. Can I oversaturate that? Nope. Because I'm too.
I am.
Oh, no. Alright, here comes push number 2. I should have the Colossus out. Yeah, I'll have the Colossus out. Let's do... That was a macro. Oops. Leave macro.
State thy pride. I am here in the shadows. You require my skills.
Probably like the worst time ever to try to take a third, but fuck it, right? YOLO.
Base is under attack.
He's scared of me. Alright, let's actually move that over. I think he wants to take my third out. And I am not okay with that.
I am here.
Sorry. There it is. There it is! Will I be forced to cancel? Will I be forced to cancel? Yep, gonna have to cancel it. Gonna lose all of this army? Probably.
Research complete.
Alright, let's keep an eye on that. We got this.
You must construct additional pylons.
I know, Mr. Pylon guy. Do you have any upgrades? No. Excellent. Okay, let's go win the game.
You must
I
construct
wanna
additional
win.
pylons.
So that's what we're gonna do. Here for now. And we're gonna make a couple of gateways. We're gonna make a Twilight Council. And then we're gonna make a man, so it's a big deal. Kinda bad. Feels bad, man. Alright guys, I'm gonna take all my Colossus one way, and then I'm gonna take the rest of my army the other way, so that if he runs into my Colossus, I'll lose them immediately, securing my victory. Mind games. This is terrible. Actually, let's do an analysis. I don't think he can actually have an army large enough to hold this off. Oh, he focused us so well. But doesn't matter. But doesn't matter. Oh, I forgot to lock this. Build it up. Build it up. Do I need a micro? Micro's overrated. Micro is pretty. Fuck all those pros. SCVs, whatever they're called. I don't care. I'm out of control. Man, I appreciate that.
Upgrade complete.
Man, look at all those units I forgot about. I'm just gonna make sure he doesn't have one of those. That's how I keep my army. Because I'm not a scrub. And look at that wannabe third command center. That SCV just wanted to do his job.
Intrigue.
Can't all win in the game of life. Templar archives, because our Templar are good. And let's do this right. Let's not just A move in with a bunch of retards. Let's get up here. We're gonna do some cool clutch force field shit. That. Alright, let's work on some units. I have money.
You require my skill. I'm here.
Wow! Guys, I'm a special team.
Answer this call. Hold on one second.
Hello, hello.
Let's see. There's Zach. Zach's who I'm looking for, right?
Was anybody watching on my end? That's okay if you weren't. I'll just feel like no one loves me.
Give him some love. If my stream goes down, feel free to go to his, because it should be the exact same thing with my audio. And you can see it from his perspective on those 1v1s. I think I just added you, Zach. Aw. I'm pretty sure that this is you.
What are we doing?
Added to the call. Well, we'll add shit, it says add phone number. Hold on, the Zohan wants to in on the call.
Zohan wants in on the call?
Mm-hmm. Should we add him in right now? I can add him in right now.
I don't know. Do we want to cast this game and then add him in, or I don't know.
Well, let's add him. Let's add him in now, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Hey, Shockfist. Glad you love me. No one else does.
Oh, yay.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Hey, guys.
This is the first time I've randomly spoken to somebody over the internet, so you'll have to forgive me. But welcome to the stream, by the way, Zach, the Zohan, whatever you prefer to be called.
Excellent SCV micro starting out for XFS Elite.
XFS Elite. Oh, I get it. I'm picking up what they're putting down. I'm picking it up. By the way, XFS, hopefully you're not listening to the stream at this point, because now that you're in game, it's kind of like probably a big no-no to be listening to what we're talking about in the game. Florencio versus XFS Elite, by the way, the matchup that we're about to watch.
Now, I can only assume he was trying to put like a self-imposed handicap on himself. I mean,
you know what he was trying to do is he was trying to create like an energy barrier which lets you pick up like 300 minerals at the same time and then drop it off.
Oh, I get it. So it's like drifting in racing. Like the SCVs are all in front of each other and that increases their speed individually.
I thought they were just doing the fusion dance and they're gonna become a mule.
That'd be pretty OP.
No, they do the dance as they
sniping.
Are you listening? Are you listening? I can't actually.
Well, no, that was what the handicap was for, because he put all the. You might as well just put him on a hold position and not mine for a few seconds.
What level is he? Or what league? I should say.
I have no idea. But what we could talk about briefly is Florencio 20 and 14 in these 1v1 hours matchups. XFS Elite is 6 and 16, 27.3%, and they probably honestly
clearing that up for me.
Thank you, Puppy Puncher. The one thing that I've been surprised about is how everybody in these Obs games fucking knows each other.
Florencio? Yeah. I've played with him for 2 months now.
Yeah, Bum.
Him and Bum and who else was it in that other game? Neo, what's his name? That one guy who
whatever it was. That was pretty hilarious. My little sister was playing.
Yeah, Florencio. In the call.
No, he's not.
He might not be listening.
Oh.
Gunner all the way. Gunner all the way. Who's Gunner? Should I know that?
I feel like I just played Gunner. No.
Gunner's not. You just played.
I played Puppy Punch, didn't I?
Yes, that's exactly who you played.
That went well.
No, yeah. Well, see, maybe I look like an ass, because I was like, oh, here comes the 7 gate, here comes the 7 gate, and then there was no 7 gate, and I was like, well, fuck me.
It's not on 7 gate, bro.
Yeah. No, yeah, you do. You did that against me like 3 or 4 times.
I technically did the same build against you. That was the build.
But you robo before your gateways.
Yeah, I changed it up after that.
Okay, exactly. So it wasn't the same.
Well, the starting build is always the same, and the 5 stalker push is always the same. Anyhow, let's get into the game. So we've got the expansion already dropping down. 4 Elite coming down, about halfway done. Of course, Florencio is already done because he had the earlier mining time. I don't know if you guys caught the beginning of this game, but it was pretty silly. Missile sleeps around, there's SCVs around. Double gateway to open, no tech. There's a Cybernetic Explorer, so I don't know if he wants to be aggressive with this double gateway early. I mean, he doesn't really gain a lot by having 2 gateways coming up simultaneously as opposed to having one, coming up earlier to get the cyber earlier. But if he makes 2 zealots and then rushes his front, then he can do some things there.
Armed and ready. What's going on?
Just that Florencio doesn't have 3 gas on 3 probes on 1 gas, and it's really annoying me.
He's one short on that left gas. Yes, he's one short on the left-hand gas. But the biggest thing with Florencio is right now he's 4 or 5 workers up. He's 5 workers up. 4 now. And we've seen constantly from him, constantly, these cutesy little plays at the hidden gateways, the hidden expansions, these weird timing pushes that you wouldn't think about. So maybe this plays into PM plays. That's the way to put it.
What's going to be interesting? Okay, so it was scouted that he had the double gateway earlier, right? And he's not really doing anything with it, and he was going straight into Lobo. So maybe it's an attempt to make him overproduce on defense. But it doesn't really look like he's taking the bait.
Maybe it was for him to help Pink get back from that self-induced handicap.
Yeah. It very well could be, but I think actually what it's going to end up being is going to be some kind. Oh well, no, I'm wrong. I thought these were going to be more zealots, but he's just going to get a couple extra stalkers. I don't feel like. Oh man, and he sacrificed the zealot to the marine gods. Oh yeah, they can shoot.
We actually do have the robotics bay introduction, so it's something very early Colossus push. I'm not 100% sure. I think this should actually be hitting these Colossus techs. It's about the same as my game last game, timing-wise.
The one thing that we should say about the difference between the last game and this game, though, is the fact that I believe that the starport will be out earlier, and
right, definitely.
You heard it from Echo.
You scared me.
From Echo. How can you hear an echo?
What I'm really interested in is how Florencio is having all of his gateway placements and pylons. Because if what's his name? Split drops onto the back, he can really only go one way.
I mean, it's a nice building placement. It's incredibly hard to depower anything.
Well, no, just imagine if Split drops to where that opening is, to the right gas, and then also behind, Florencio can escape with his probes.
I think there's some kind of small engagement that XFS Elite is about to make.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't believe that we'll be seeing any drop play in this game because this is an all-in, and this is it. Everything's lifted off, and he heard the word air, and he's like, time to hit. He's gonna hit right as this Colossus comes out, but there'll be one Colossus, and this is it. And the Colossus is going to come out right as he comes up the ramp, but I think he's going to be out just in time to
all of SCVs.
Everything. No! Is he going to be focused?
SCVs are focusing on Colossus.
Oh,
Good
man.
force fields, Marines melting quickly to those Colossus beams, probes being pulled off the line, SCVs off the line. It's kind of hard to say.
The Colossus falls. There may be a shot here, but I don't think he has any chance.
Currently the great rat race, and there's the Colossus. The Colossus will fall.
There's a little bit of a chance for him. He needs to make sure that the second Colossus does not come out because there's no way he'll be able to hold off the second Colossus. Trying to get rid of the depower of these buildings. This is what we talked about earlier. This pylon redundancy is going to save the power on these gateways, and there's just nothing doing at this point. I mean, maybe if he lands all of his production facilities in the base.
Well, I think what he needs to do is actually try to fly a barracks right into the Colossus and knock it over.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much.
The CC is knocking the CC is hitting the Colossus.
Yeah, because the Colossus falls over because it's in balance. Just out there.
There's the
And there's gonna be the end of the game.
It's actually known as the I'm gonna take your base rush, where you're just gonna go ahead and plop these orbitals down, get some OP mules, and shoot them at the Nexus, which will destroy it. And then it's going to take over this base itself.
Oh, is it because it's coming from orbit? Will hit the Nexus with enough force to...
The impact velocity is pretty intense.
Well, see, I don't know if you know this, but every single time an orbital command dies, there's a small hairdryer that will fall out. I will show you on the stream. And the hairdryer can be used to go ahead and suck up the rest of the units. And of course, there's a hairdryer currently falling into space. I don't know if you saw it, it was right in the middle. Next time an orbital command dies, I will show you the hairdryer.
What I'm curious about is how, like, a Nexus dies and then everything disappears.
Well, the Nexus goes ahead and teleports back to Ida.
But it gets destroyed.
Well, see, you'd think so.
You think that Zealots would be dead too, but they just go back home, get refitted, come back in Immortals, and are even more OP. I don't know. I think there's been a damn soul who's ever said a Zealot is OP.
Well, how about this is when it's like a Terran versus I have an idea for the stream. When it's a Terran versus Protoss, you two will mainly be talking because you guys are Terran versus Protoss guys, and then I'll be the Zerg guy because I play Zerg, or at least I very much know the Zerg mythology.
Right. Now, I just want to point out real quick, the hairdryer, it's coming. And there it goes. Off the space.
See,
Why didn't it hit the observer?
my video settings aren't high enough for the hair dryers. So Elite's gonna make these Phoenix clean up everything. What?
But he's being revealed.
Yeah, but there's nothing they can. Oh, there you go. I said not everything. There's only two things that the Phoenix are gonna have to kill. This bunker, or not the bunker. This barracks and the other one. The other two, I guess. So oh man. Speaking of BM. What about making your opponent clear out all of your every last one of your buildings? Oh my god.
I don't know about you, but I'm putting all my money on XFS Elite.
I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna put it all on Florencio.
Standard close return. Puppy Puncher gets it, man. This is probably a standard of gets.
You know, he did have that one SCV. He could have built a CC somewhere.
I mean, all you need is an SCV and a chair.
He could have. What he should have done. He still has a fair amount of gas left. What he could have done is just built this command center at the bottom right, built an engineering bay right afterwards, and made it a planetary fortress, and then he would have won the game. It's a big tactical error by Elite. I don't know why he messed that one up.
Yeah, isn't it if you're playing PvT and there's a planetary fortress on the map, it's a medium business? I thought.
Yeah, actually, it's like in it's like getting blackjack in blackjack. It's like getting 20
in the game
blackjack.
Yeah.
This
Is
is
what I thought there was going to be in the Heart of the Swarm, guys. This is actually for real. There's going to be an upgrade for the planetary fortress, which gives it a range of 57, and you can shoot the other guy's base.
Totally legit. That's totally 100% true.
It's like, wait, what? I'm like, why am I switching to Terran? Range of 57.
I mean, you have to get high sec auto tracking first, obviously. But who doesn't get that? I mean, that's
Where do you research it from?
Templar Archives.
Right, man.
Templar Archives.
For somebody who punches and kicks small animals, Puppy Puncher, that's pretty ballsy thing to say. Counting all the cats that you've kicked. So Florencio, in a huge upset, pulls it out. Pulls it out of nowhere.
I'm pretty impressed.
And honestly, so we have who do we have in here that's not related to the stream at all?
Anyone not connected to the stream?
Well, yeah, we gotta get some new guys in.
We have Pikachu, and we have Elite who just played.
Oh, I could probably get my friend who's a Master Zergan. I see if he's on.
I think Puppy Puncher's gonna jump in. No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh
So,
man.
okay, Mick Dominic.
McDominate?
Wait, what's your...
There's
oh.
Cody Picture.
Yeah, McDominate.
What are you guys' actual name? I assume Alex and...
Jacob.
Oh, Jacob.
Yeah, you
Zach.
know.
YOLO money swag.
Man,
Well,
what?
What's up?
Look out, macro.
That's
It's your lead, bro.
I feel a little bit bad. Oh god, yellow swag. Stop.
Man, that was such a good macro. I'm so glad I made it. Okay, let's cast the game, man.
Florencio in the bottom left-hand corner playing as the Teal Protoss, and he's going to be chilling out on that solid 60% win ratio that he's been beefing up in this past couple matches. Voted me out.
And in the top right, we have the red Terran puppy puncher who punches a lot of puppies. Excellent.
Tough 4 minutes. What is that? What do you mean vote out though? I don't understand, bro.
You it's options. Kick player.
Yeah, you can actually vote people out if they're being.
Yeah, but they're not actually voting him out though.
No. I think somebody made the comment.
Oh.
But we're just now getting started.
Nothing to stop that build. You're 100% right. I'm just amazed that.
Well, see, the only problem, XFS, is that anything that shoots at all, or does damage even, is the only thing that actually stops that build. But once you take that out of the equation, you pretty much have a game.
But by the way, Puppy Puncher is sending 2 SCVs to go scout instead of just 1. This is a double scout. I don't seriously though. I don't know what that's going to do.
Well, it's probably yeah.
You could proxy something, so we'll see if it's going to proxy it. Oh, and there it is.
Damn.
Yep.
What a good call. So we've got a proxy barracks on the low ground near the base here. It's probably going to be a 2 barracks, of course, since there is 2 SCVs there, ready to cause the pain. He's trying to stop the scouting probe of Florencio because he knows that if there's nothing in the base, there has to be something near his own.
No, he's got to know. Florencio's got to know. Those 2, he saw the 2 SCVs leave as well, but we're going to see little pussy punching bitch.
He actually kicks
Out
the
of
pussy.
so much hate.
Oh, he did put a forge down, so...
and that's a good play. That's something that I would feel like doing if I didn't see a lot of things. Put down the forge because cannons was good. And then you just tech up to Void Rays and win the game.
Void Raid's obviously the most important unit in
This thing gets cheap.
Okay. Well, no, because he had to have known. Oh man, you know, Elite. I hate all-ins too. All-ins are ruining points for everything, and
We got this first zealot out here. He's gonna go ahead and try to scout.
Into the back of the base. He's gonna float the barracks into the base and produce Marines in the back of his
We're gonna
base.
take a look at Florencio's vision.
It's actually not terrible because he's invested in this cannon. It's not gonna do jack shit against this barracks. So,
Except Florencio obviously does not see a base whatsoever. Does not see this barracks.
well, he doesn't have a cyber. He has no cyber.
And the cyber is dropping now. He actually does does he not see it? It's in vision. I know it's in vision. Yeah, okay.
There it is. Oh man, you gotta move. You gotta micro that shit, man. It's probably better that the probes tank that shit for him.
I don't believe that there's going to be enough Marines able to be made before the Cybernetics Corps is able to pump that. Plus the cannons there. So we're going to be seeing a pretty short game here. A little bit of friendly cheese, bad manner, all of the like.
There's always cheese in these games. There wasn't any cheese yesterday. Well, that's a lie. That's actually a total lie. But it felt like there was less cheese yesterday.
Well, I think yesterday we were playing with random people. So we pulled together a bunch of people that know each other. So they're just dicking around.
Yeah, Zealot's not able to do it. You know what I would have loved to see though? This would have man, 1,000 minerals from Puppy Puncher. Oh, what?
Now, so this is actually a good, I thought he was just going to fly those right on out. And he won't.
No, he's just gonna sit and take. He's gonna take his licks. He wants to make
actually,
it really.
This is a special dance that the Barracks do called Dance of the Flaming Bears. It's big in China. 2K Man's good macro. I agree.
And here comes. This is actually the key to this build: is the 50 million barracks that you build when you're floating 2K minerals.
It's a 7 racks. It's a 8 racks run.
And see, this is actually gonna be really, really nice because when they all pop, he'll have only 500 minerals left, which will give him just enough to make one marine out of each of these, and then he'll have no more minerals.
And he'll have 8 marines. They'll run right up to the main and then probably die immediately.
I want to mention there's a probe in the top left.
There's also a zealot in the base. He's probably going to kill the majority of these SCVs. He's actually going to get surrounded.
The SCVs have been called to arms. Two are dead. 3 are dead. 4 are dead. They're all dead. They're actually all dead.
The 20 HP zealot is now a mentor. I want it to get to 20 so it could be an executor.
And some actually pretty good shift Q targeting on the SCVs here, going to take them out as efficiently as possible.
These SCVs are just not phased at all. They were going to go back to it until they were so rudely interrupted. They're going to kill the hero zealot.
Oh, we have a new hero zealot though. The
Yeah,
11
kills. He's the instructor. Micro, come on. XFS gets it. And with his newfound army of about 4 marines, he's probably...
and this is actually really key, that he actually didn't lose the barracks, but one of the 2 barracks that he had floating in the base. And if he cancels these barracks that are in production, and there's the cancels, he'll be able to produce a couple more marines out of this. I can't even talk about this.
And we need
I got nothing for you, son.
I got nothing. There's an expand. We're gonna see a long macro game from Valencia. He's getting set for the long haul.
If you're
got
watching
some sentries. He's got some sentries.
If you're watching in the archives, we're about a quarter of the way through this game.
God. And this is when Puppy Puncher builds his way back from 2 SCVs to victory.
Now,
Actually, surprisingly enough, if these Marines come and attack, I mean, these sentries can wall this off forever. But oh shit, what?
I can do just fine. So we're gonna assume everything's fine.
Well, I don't know. Yo.
Yeah,
Well, we'll figure that out shortly. Unfortunately, this is standard. See,
being an expert in Terran, XFS Elite already has informed us that this is a pretty standard build. See, the difference here that I think is going to give Puppy Puncher the edge is that there's no Colossus to ruin everything.
And you know, the big thing is that even if he gets Colossus, the Colossus are going to fall right over because they're balanced.
Some pretty good force fields. It doesn't matter though because Marines. And there's the Colossus doing all the damage. Did you know that hallucinated Colossus actually do full damage?
The killer splits. I don't think that the Colossus did any damage actually.
Well, take a look at the Colossus. The 0 kills actually is misrepresented. It should say 97. Anyhow, Puppy Puncher now realizing that he doesn't have any units left, he's going to go ahead and pull his SCVs and attack this probe so that it can't get any scouting information past everything that he's already seen. A couple more Marines are in production. The probe has been thoroughly fucked by those giant drills on the little SCV's hands. And we're going to kill into the late game.
See, honestly, this is the SCV train on its way to fight the war. I'll be honest, the SCVs are pretty frightening compared to the other workers, but I feel like they're the weakest of the workers. I'm not afraid to say. Terran workers are underpowered. We need a buff.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen these workers, but I'm going to have to disagree with you. If you've played the game BioShock, SCVs are essentially big daddies with jetpacks, and that's just not something you want to fuck with.
Oh man, this supply depot is ballsy.
Now this is going to wall him off from being able to walk into these rocks, and he'll actually have to go around, which is completely inconvenient. And I don't feel like taking that time. So.
And we have another liftoff. We have another liftoff.
Luckily, the Void Ray is going to be doing all of the damage.
The downside is that This makes Florencio sad, which is actually going to be pretty detrimental to him into the late game. A triple Stargate. He's so sad. Why are you making him sad, man? Don't make him sad. This Immortal really needs to start shooting these buildings. It's just kind of sitting here and not doing anything. Just tilt backwards just a little bit and shoot the air.
Actually, if you there's a cool micro move you can do where you squish the Immortal between two force fields and it falls over, and then on its back it has the ability to shoot up. But you got about 20 seconds or so until the force fields wear off. And all of the buildings are on fire. There's not a whole lot to say right now, other than the Terran is obviously in the lead because he has more air units. So not the most competitive games tonight, but I'm sure that these Phoenixes will be able to make it up.
Okay.
What you working on over there?
On the call one more time.
Got some zealous chasing these SUVs, a little bit of micro there. Doing some micro-like things. Now,
Jack, we'll figure this out in a little bit. We're gonna finish this up, and then I'll try to figure out what's going on here.
now, XFS Elite, I know you're listening to the stream. Being an expert in Terran play and Terran builds that are similar to this build, I think you can agree with me. And the biggest problem that he made was he didn't spread those buildings out far enough, which just means that it doesn't take nearly as long to destroy them, which isn't as frustrating, which means that the Protoss won't have to TP.
Yeah, we're still in game. Are you in the game? Yeah. So yeah, but yeah. Oh wait, how do we miss this? The smiley face, the killer smiley face over at Florencio's Natural.
Well, I'll be damned.
How did we miss this? This is.
Well, you know what they say. A smiley face pylon arrangement a day keeps the sad faces away. I'm pretty sure they say that. I've heard it before. These barracks are slowly burning to death. And the
I feel like Phoenix will take these out like faster.
They're not light, man.
It's on hold. It can't be on hold.
They do 10 damage a shot. Actually, 8 damage a shot because of armor.
All the Colossus. Keyboard says I have 200 plus APM.
It's that sick barracks.
Your keyboard can give you APM? What? Can your keyboard give you APM?
I don't know, man. I'll click into
I didn't know that you
I
could
don't think
do.
I spent enough money on my keyboard for doing it.
Here comes all the Phoenixes. We're gonna shoot this barracks down. You know you can GG, like you can GG. That's the thing, you know.
You can actually just leave the game.
I don't want to call the game before it's over, but when it's 100 supply to 0 supply. Oh man, that was silly.
Alright, let's see some new people playing. I'd like to try to bring some new stream viewers into the fold.
We'll
Moving on ahead.
got this one to a new Obs game. Alright, give me 1 second.
Alright, so what is the plan?
That is much better.
Alright, we got that. That worked out.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Actually, you know, I think for this next one we might just do this duo kit. Oh well. I think we're stuck doing it. I don't know what happened, man. Hold on.
He left you then, yeah.
Yeah, because of the iPad, honestly.
Yeah, it could be. But I think, are we...
For now, we're just going to we're gonna deal with what we got.
There's Gunner.
Oh man, but we have almost a full swath of people like this. Honestly. hopefully we can get some more people in here too, or we can join one that's already being made. That'll make things a lot easier for us.
All these people can watch the stream as well, so.
Yeah, and it's good. It's so we can.
Okay, testing.
Oh, there's Riz and Jambi. What's up, Zach?
I think Jambi is Jangbi. Just think about it.
Jambi. Jumanji? What?
Nope, Jangbi from Korea.
Oh, like Jangbi.
Yes, I always say Jang.
Yeah.
Let's take a look
Yeah,
at his
Riz,
profile.
we got other people. We got. I'm gonna just go ahead and type this in the chat.
Jambi is 1v1 Masters.
Will be what? Captain on Twitch.
Oh, so who's this gunner guy?
But he's another run of the regulars on the Obs, I believe. He's a platinum level 1v1.
I'm gonna do some shameless advertising. Just shameless, absolutely shameless.
The shirt is off and the tits are out.
You know what I find funny is how we have a party of 7 people, which thus takes about all of the space from the Ops games.
Yeah, we might have to break it up a little bit.
Yeah,
honestly,
it might be better. It might be better if some of the folks who aren't interested in playing watch the stream and then just use that. But I know that it's nice to have that freedom
to just check stuff out. Were we planning on just doing a dual cast for this next one, or?
Yeah, I think we might try it like that. If that's okay, Zach. And we're just gonna do it with just us two for this next one. If that is
sorry.
I'm actually gonna go fill up my cup of water really quickly, and we'll be returning.
The cast will still be up. The stream will still be up. Let's see here.
Florencio's ready to go. Jambi, of course, like I said earlier.
And Jambi, and maybe Jambi's another one of these people who are around, is around all the time. I have no idea. Elite is just
ready to go.
He's building this.
Pylon wall, of course. Standard play. But while you get these introductions started up, I'm going to go refill my cup of water so that I don't have a heart attack mid-game. And we'll go from there.
Alright then, and we're going to go ahead and start the cast. The bottom left-hand corner playing as the purple Protoss. We have Florencio, who we've been watching pretty much all night. The top right-hand corner as the yellow Terran. We have Jambi, Jongbi, whatever you want to call him. He is playing as the yellow Terran. I'm going to go over some quick statistics. 22 and 14 for Florencio, and 88 and 68 from Jambi. And we have fuck from Elite. I don't know what's wrong. I assume that something is terribly wrong.
I am returning.
We have just nothing but expletives all day long. Gunner asking for a free dinner. I think that's only fair considering the implication of what Elite is saying. And just nothing too terribly incredible to talk about here at the very beginning of the game. Really going to be able to tell whether we're going to see that one Rax Fast or something more impressive at the beginning. It's worthy of noting that Jambi does have some extra games on Florencio in the 1v1 Obs. With that being said, you know, let's see, APM. I think let's just look at the APM tab. Just about 36, 32 average right now. Floating really actively about somewhere in the. Right now we're spamming a whole lot, but probably to the 40 range, 40 to 60 range right now. Early game doesn't have a whole lot of APM intensiveness. The barracks going down, not really walling off, and
Florencio doing a little bit of poking and prodding, seeing if he can get any damage on these guys. Gonna go and block the expansion with a pylon. It's kind of an interesting play there.
This is kind of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Florencio's playstyle. When I talked to him earlier today, he mentioned that he is a reactionary Protoss, which is an interesting thing to say because generally when people say that, they're Zerg players. Zerg players are kind of known for reactionaries, and there is actually another thing that we've seen before, the Ninja expand. The Ninja expand, and this is standard. This is standard play for him. This is not like he's like, okay, I don't think he's going to scout. This is, okay, this is something I'm actively going to do every time I want to do this against the Terran. He goes into the game with this exact build in mind.
And it's interesting because this Terran scouting coming out of his base will actually see his probe on patrol and assume that the expansion's coming, but it's just later. So he'll feel much safer with his build.
Block it. And what I mean by that, when I say Zerg is typically more reactionary, it's just known that Terran is known to make Marines. That is true. But when I say it's reactionary, typically what I mean by that is that Zerg are known to be able to scout, and as soon as they scout, make an army in response to a particular tech choice pretty quickly, at least much more quickly than the other two races. We have an engineering bay block at the natural expand, but there is no natural expand. It's already down. He's already made the base. In fact, it's just finished. And,
well, we're going to be finishing before the command center for Jambi, so I mean, keep in mind, Jambi is a Masters level player, so it's going to be interesting to see if this can really take him by surprise.
I think that there's a lot to be said for this, though, because Jambi there's no reason for him to think that there's something in the top level. And actually, if you look at Observe Jambi, it's just a Nexus, but I actually don't think he's seen it yet. And it's an error of the game, but I don't know if that's true. Or I want to assume that he hasn't seen it because he hasn't had anything over there yet. He's going to assume that this natural has been monstrously delayed. Terribly, monstrously delayed. And behind this, Florencio doesn't have a whole lot of tech right now, though. We don't even have Warp Gate started up yet. He doesn't have the gas. He won't have it. It's right about now. Robo facility down before he's starting to research Warp Gate. It's kind of weird. I don't know. You
can approach. Strange. I mean, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you forget Warp Gate technology another game?
Actually, I think that you might be right. We mentioned that. We mentioned that earlier. And I think this is another mistake because he has the gas, and there's no reason not to get the Warp Gate at this time. He has a bunch of chronos saved up, and there's not a whole lot else he could be spending it on. He's going to spend it on probes now. He has the second making probes, and there's the Warp Gate starting out. And I just can't believe that's on purpose. We can ask him after the game and tell for sure, for certain.
For most positivity. And the robotic facility just now finishing, actually under the radar of the scan there, so he'll have a good idea for the timing on that.
Second bump. By the way, I think that what Jambi is seeing is he's like, well, that expansion was so late that he's going to do something that's much more active. So he wants an extra defense because this is not a huge commitment. Obviously, the second bunker is not that big of a deal. But the fact that he's building one where typically I don't think a Terran would says something about what he thinks about the current state of the game.
Right. I mean, he definitely he's going to be playing it out defensively because he's expecting. Look, he's actually going to go ahead and scout for those proxy pylons. That's what you see that Marine doing with those attack commands. And I said again. It's so difficult not to say. Another gateway is coming down, so there'll be three gate with the robotics facility pumping out those observers. Probably going to see the robotics bay coming down as soon as he feels like it because Colossus are quite good, and there it is, just now finishing up. So Colossus 1 is in production, and extended thermal lances will probably come on just a little bit later. This ninja expansion is still completely unscouted by Jambi, and I'm sure that he is thinking he's in the lead at this point.
And honestly, it's not like he's behind because the way that Florencio has done this is going to be trying to get that fast Colossus out. That's the basis of this build. You want to get the fast Colossus out, surprise them with the fact that you have... Well, the natural expansion is really... There is no natural expansion, but he still has a second base. He's still on 2 base, which is pretty okay for him, honestly, because he can use that second base. He has plenty of supply to work with, and he's going to have super early Colossus. And unless we have a scan or something come out pretty soon, this is going to be devastating because generally you're going to want to produce medevacs first. You're not going to have any Vikings, and we'll see immediately one medevac, and the second medevac probably going to be built pretty soon. No, he has the reactor on there though. Why not build the second medevac?
I don't think he has the money yet, man.
Oh, there he is. There it is. No, don't want to build it yet. He's gonna push out, and he's gonna push out, and I don't really know. He's gonna probably push this natural expansion area, and there's nothing to defend there.
Florencio has his probe selected. It looks like he wants to go ahead and put this expansion down, but there's other things on his mind. There's the Nexus now, and he will have 2 Colossus. The extended thermal lance, I don't believe, will be done. This push, he's thinking about it. He's juking and jiving, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and go for it. He's going to snag the watchtower. He knows it was scouted, but he's going to go for it anyway.
Getting that getting that third behind this, but he's going to run up into just nothing but death. There's no way this army can engage on these 2 Colossus.
And he's going to go ahead and split
He's going to snipe it. He's got to pull the... yeah, there's
good,
no way.
Good micro there by Florencio, pulling those Colossus back. That could have been terrible. It wasn't a bad play by Jambi, but he did lose a few things.
I think that Florencio needs to push with these two Colossus while he has this advantage, because 2 Vikings in production automatically, as soon as he saw those Colossus.
I agree, and now he's moving up to 3 base. The 3 base timing is actually going to be very, very similar for both of these players, but what's interesting is the tech choices. Like you said, the Vikings are already coming out. There's 5 racks, which is pretty standard. Engineering base got +1 attack already done for Jambi, so he needs to make this push while he still has this advantage.
I don't know if Lobsters have a sense of touch, but there's a drop going in the back of Florencio's base, and there's the Stalkers are in position, the Colossus in position. I don't think it's going to be doing a whole lot, but if he can snipe one tech building, no, all the tech buildings are in the back of the base. He might snag a couple of Stalkers, but it's not going to really be terribly... It's going to be terrible for him, though. He didn't really lose anything, but maybe 1 or 2 Marines, and he caused some pressure in the back of that base while his third is up, and while Florencio's third has just come up at his natural location.
And it was a very good play by Florencio, something that I honestly have a lot of trouble doing to remember to do, but right about the time when he felt like drops could be possible, he moved 2 armies, separated them, and just put him in his mineral line. And as you saw, that there is no damage that could really be done by just 2 medevacs full of units.
I think the key is going to be, we see the Templar Archive is dropped. I feel like I should mention that Blink is being researched. Pretty sizable army for Florencio, but we see Jambi with a 29 supply lead, and the fact unknown. Sorry, I don't know. I missed some things in the chat, I think.
I did as well. Now, here's actually, look at this. The scout is going to go.
Oh, he's going to see it?
He's not going to go all the way up.
No, he's not going to see it.
He's checking the third here, and he's not going to see anything. So
Elite, here's your shout out, bro. Lobsters can touch. I know it. I can feel it in my soul. They can touch.
I completely agree. Exodus Elite showed us a superior Terran place the last game with a very nice building float away, causing a lot of strangeness. And I will, one other thing I want to commend Florencio on is he has excellent observer placement. He's made sure to build more. He's built like 3 or 4 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's got 1 over his army. He's got 1 scouting the third, 1 scouting at his main. Something that is very rare to see sometimes, even at these higher levels of Protoss, is a whole lot of observers, and they're such a good unit, such a good tool to have that map vision.
I think that one thing that I want to come on and touch on briefly is the fact that upgrades. There are no upgrades out for Florencia, and we're about to have 1-1 bio, soon to be within the next couple minutes, 2-1 bio, and that's terrifying against 0-0.
This move out is being spotted by the Marine at the watchtower. The big play here is going to be Storms. Can he hit the Storms? He's got about 7 Templars now. Only 5 of those have the energy for the Storm. And I'm not sure, but Jambi looks like he's just going to Doom Drop. Well, no, he's doing it.
No ghost. Here comes the Vikings. Vikings coming out at the angle that there's no way he can see it quite yet. Now there they are. Vikings kind of out of position. Going to snipe the Colossus first.
Good hits on the Marine. First Storm's going to whiff.
Doesn't kill the Colossus though. Stays with just a sneeze worth of health on the tail end of that 1-1 bio now that is finished. 2-2 bio within 80 seconds, 85 seconds. We're going to see that 2-1 bio. That's going to be pretty terrifying to deal with, and I feel like Florencio's in a tough spot because he needs to attack. He needs to do some kind of damage.
He needs to take this third out and stay relevant in this game. You can also see that Masters level macro kicking in. Florencio's got nothing in production.
The Vikings is a good Storm, but it's not good.
That blink is going to do it, and he can still lose all of the Colossus.
He needs to kill this base. The Storms are going to be key. There are no ghosts, so it's all about splitting.
Look at these small units of Marines. It's a good play.
He needs to focus the base. He's going to kill the SCVs because but
the Storm is doing so much damage. They're doing so much damage.
Oh, and he killed everything. He killed everything. A small bio force at the mouth of the natural, at the Zalnaga tower on the side of Florencio's bases. But this third goes down for Jambi, and what seemed like a huge lead has evaporated in the Storms.
You can see in the supply, there's 86 to 118. It was it was a very tense moment for Jambi. He knew he needed to keep that third, but there was nothing he could do. There was too many Templars to really hold it against that army. Now he's going to move in at the mouth here. I don't think he's going to have enough Stalkers to hold he will need another warp in to hold off.
But meanwhile, Stalker's filtering into the natural expansion of Zombie, and he wants SCVs. He's out for blood.
You can
Goes
smell it.
see everything though, and there's a lot of Marines here. There's medevac support. Can they clean it up? I think he can.
He's actually going to lose the Stalker Force. He's lost his main, excuse me, his natural. And the Templars are here, but they don't have any energy for storms. They're actually caught out completely. Enough Stalkers are holding off just a little bit here. Going to try to use some Stalker, excuse me, with the once again. The payoff is coming out at the worst possible time.
A lot of things floating for Florencio at this point, and honestly, I feel like it was an overextension. If he would have pulled back his main army to deal with this drop force, or not this drop force, pardon me, this small aggressive force, he would have been in the lead for sure, but now he is back behind. As these
down to 30 supply or so. He's lost one of his main mining bases. The top base that he's ninja'd is still up and running. His main is about to mine out though, so it's going to be, well, I guess it'll be 2 base on 2 base. And at this point, I do believe he is behind though.
his economy will be a little better for the short term because tearing mine out bases faster because of mules,
Right.
but that's not going to matter because the game probably won't last a terribly lot longer. Because even, and I want to comment on this because Florencio has a lot of minerals floating and he has a lot of gas floating, but he needs to translate that into active units as quickly as possible because these units, these bio units are scary. 2-1 bio versus 0-0 Protoss still, and upgrades have played a role in this game, make no mistake about it.
There's the EMPs. A lot of the energy on these High Templars was taken to 0. He's going to go ahead and make Archons out of them. I'm not 100% sure if that was the right choice. He does keep 2 Templars up, but he really needs the AoE damage to hold off because he's got no Colossus. Well, he's got 1 in production, but it's not quite ready yet. So we're going to see he's going to go ahead and move out, and it's going to be an intense battle.
Bank is big, but there's no more EMPs available, but there's a lot of medevacs. I think that, I know I'm making a lot of weird noises, but it's just about, I don't know if this is the right decision on Florencio's part. He's pushing out, and the supplies are so close. They're so close. There's so many medevacs. This Bioforce is going to be terrifying.
He really needs to go ahead and just run back home. He's pushed him back. He knows, okay, hopefully that's what he's doing. He needs to run back home. He needs to get that expansion.
Yeah, but this command center for Zombie is already finishing, and this is going to be a planetary fortress or an orbital in no time. He's going to move all of his SCVs. He should have a lot of SCVs left. Yeah, his natural is pretty oversaturated. He's going to transfer those workers down to the 3rd. He's already transferred some of the workers from the main to the 3rd. Long distance mining from Florencio on the 3rd location, but a Marine sniping 2 workers.
He has 3-2. Those upgrades, once again, playing a huge role here.
That's going to be the main reason why Florencio's obviously there's been lots of mistakes on both ends of the field, but these upgrades are going to make the difference at the end of the day. These supplies are so
Absolutely.
close, these are thin. Only way that this works out in the end is if there might be too many medevacs, honestly. If there's a huge ground force for Florencio that could just overwhelm the 3-3 Marines and Marauders, which is just almost
Oh my gosh, we're about to actually see this ninja expansion scouted for the first time.
Oh, and he's just gonna drop and snipe it. Oh, but the army's gonna move. Probe is actually just. Oh, that's just probes. They're all
probes.
You're all evacuated.
There's the stem, and here comes the snipe. Of course, 3 Marauders, 2 Marines will take that base down rather quickly because once again, the stem is OP.
And Florencio's like, that's it. I gotta go now. That my economy is gonna be dead. I have no recourse. And all these probes are actually going to go back to this next and probably die to these Marines. No, they're going to last.
A very good last second pull. So we've got nothing in production other than that Nexus for Florencio. He doesn't have any money.
He's out of position. Zombie is to defend this 3rd.
So the 3rd will likely go down. I don't believe he'll be able to get to it in time. Like you mentioned earlier, a lot of medvacs, not so much army supply is actually in units that attacks.
But a lot of ghosts, so many ghosts. He has 8 plus 5, 13 ghosts, and most have at least half energy.
And of course that will take down these Archons to be almost useless. And the majority, there's the ghost, he's got them selected, he's ready to EMP. Here come the EMPs, maybe? Yes, there they are. A little bit late, still managed to get a lot of storms off. There might have been some missed macro there.
Pulling him back, doing some damage to his own units, but ooh, this is going to be tense because there's a lot of medevacs. A lot of ghosts, but ghosts are so beefy. These Archons just melting. There's EMPs everywhere. But this Colossus unchecked. Not a single Viking is in this force at all.
And the Stalkers are actually able to clean up some of these ghosts. Sniping on the Archon. Colossus are now getting focused. One Colossus goes down.
And Falencia supply just plummeting. Just not enough. This is the upgraded advantage. It makes such a big difference. And that's not the only reason why that happened, because the Ghosts obviously gave him an enormous tech lead in that match in terms of counters, because he had just so many Archons in that force that they just were useless against the Ghosts. But make no mistake, even though he's cleaning some of this up, I feel like, oh wait, actually I may have spoken too soon, because
Jambi actually is no longer mining. He has no more money. This may turn into a base race.
I spoke way too soon, but I can't believe it. There's not that much army left though, and all the probes are gonna die. Almost all the probes are gonna die in the main base. And this is now gonna be a base race.
Warriors are actually just gonna go ahead and bring some Stalkers in. They instantly get EMP. They will all melt. I almost feel like the better play would have just been to warp in somewhere else, or maybe to pull his army back first. But this is turning out to be a rather interesting base race. I'm not 100% sure who will turn out on top, simply because once Jambi cleans up this mana naturally, he's got to go up top and kill those assimilators. And he doesn't have, well, he does have the money to make one assimilator somewhere, or excuse me, a refinery, which is what they call them, the Dim Terrans. He's trying to get some minerals in with his Orbital and Mule. He's going to go ahead and get about 200 minerals. Not a bad play, and it's going to be interesting to see what he decides to spend that money on.
I think that at the end of the day, a lot of the supplies and SCVs, but he has a couple medevacs back at home that he's not utilizing. If he brings them to his army of ghosts and ghosts and marauders, I feel like he could take on this force of stalkers with the Archon if he uses the EMP appropriately, which he will.
You know, something interesting that I just remembered, that we somehow completely neglected, is that all the Terran has to do is lift up that base and float onto the corner. And Thorncerio can do nothing about it.
It's true. It's worth noting that neither player has enough to rebuild a base, and so how many probes are on the field? 2. So these probes,
one of them about to die.
Where is it at? I don't even see it.
It was in the main of Jambi.
Oh, yeah. The last one's in the main, and honestly, it wouldn't even matter, because the only way that he can get minerals is if he brings them back to this one nexus in the main, because there are no other nexuses in the field. And the Zealots are trying desperately to keep these mules from mining, but each of these mules returning is units that are being produced in the main base. It's only a few, but it makes a difference.
I mean, as we just saw, it's five stalkers are slowly.
Oh, and there's the attack! Oh man!
Good blinks. Once again, though, it still won't matter. There's actually no way for Valencia to win this game. Because as soon as that second is going to go.
That's it. This is over.
And the reign of Florencio is coming to a close. He went on a 5-6 game winning streak, and there's the GG.
Okay, so the game's over. I have a proposal for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, how about we all chip in like $15, and we could start a mini tournament for a $50 prize pool.
Talking about money, I don't like it.
No, I'm with you in concept, but I'm not with you in a wallet.
You guys don't have $10?
Man,
I do, but I don't have necessarily $10 I can use on a tournament.
Okay, what am I gonna do? I can wire it to someone? That's like 6 different kinds of shady, man.
You PayPal it.
I don't got a PayPal, bro.
We'll make it.
PayPal's asking for my social security shit that I don't have in order. Well, I have my social security card in order, but like, I don't have the scans of all that shit, and I haven't set it up yet.
How old are y'all?
I'm 21. 21. That's
Aren't you 21? I too am 21. Did you notice that Rocker shut up in the chat? You saw.
Yeah. Actually, I spoke to him.
Rocker, shout out.
The comment, Rocker. I'll look into it. I don't know that many other people have got the audio skipping problem, but I'll try to see if I can fix it for you. I'm not sure what else I can do about it at this point.
Alright, well, I gotta leave from game to join a friend of mine, and...
Alright, well, we will catch you later.
Later. We'll talk about the tournament thing at some point. we'll do something. We could do a tournament or something that doesn't have money involved, because I think we can still get enough interest in that. For now, we're gonna take it one step at a time. Because
Of course.
I don't know yet, man.
Alright, man. I'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Yeah, bye, man.
Catch it. Okay, well, looks like this obs is emptying out, and we're gonna go ahead and jump out of this as well.
And there we go. Rocker's showing up with that info on the comments.
The clutch info, man. I'll look into it. I will look into it. I promise.
50K Cal, one of our viewers. I don't know if I've seen you before. What's going on, man? How you doing?
50K Cal.
Were you one of the players of the Obs games that we were doing a cast of? You guys know, maybe so.
We're gonna go into another obs. See if we can't find some more.
Let's get some new guys.
Yeah. Well, now our party's a lot smaller. Elite, I'm sorry. I will figure out. I assume that you just lost internet connection, so hopefully you'll be back later on. I look forward to it. And now we're just going to go ahead and join a new obs game. We're going to go ahead and see if we can find some more people playing. Good match. Good match. That last one was. It was a lot of fun. And now I can fuck around with these settings. I actually can't. I can't change anybody to commentator.
That's right. I think you have to actually like create the game and then open it to public.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it's on. The difference is only that you can change it from 1v1 to free for all, or from 1v1 to 2v2. But it's not really anything that we're interested in at this point in time. But for now, we're just gonna we're waiting for some extra players, so that's not just all of us playing. Although that would be a ton of fun, I am sure. If you guys have anything to talk about in chat, I welcome it. If you have any music suggestions, I welcome that even more, because I just have dubstep channel from Spotify in the background. Puppy Puncher's back on. Gonna go ahead and jump in this game. Always good to have him around.
I've got Simple and Clean playing because Kingdom Hearts is a good game, and I enjoy it.
Game.
Ace coming in.
Ace.
Was he invited, or what is? He's pending. Normally they just show up if they join.
He might have been invited by somebody else in the game, which is totally cool. So just a little bit of background on us. We're both college students. I believe I'm 21. 21 still.
I'd have to do some research, but I think I'm 21 as well.
No, but my birthday is next month, so that'll be fun. And we are both college students. We're both diamond level players, so we are not crazy grandmasters or anything like that, but we're I would say proficient. Proficient is the only thing that I can say about that.
we're not quite total scrubs, but we still have a little bit of scrubbing left.
Man, this Ace guy is not. Can I even?
He's pending days and days.
I can't even remove him from lobby because he's just loading.
I'm surprised. Excuse me, kind of surprised that not really many people. Not that many people joining right now.
It just ebbs and flows, I suppose. I gotta assume that somebody invited Ace without knowing whether or not he was actually going to join.
Right.
Not a whole lot we can do in this situation.
Alright, we got Saga. Hello and welcome. I know you can't understand me because you're not on the stream. I would assume. I'm pretty sure that pending will just time out, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
That's one thing that I wish that they would change. Like, if somebody's pending and they don't do it for like a minute, then I should have the opportunity to remove them from the lobby.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's not like you can't just re-invite them. No, there is a decline.
So who's Saga? Is he a new guy?
Saga is 100% new.
He is a 1v1 Masters as well. Man, this is like the Masters playground, these Obs games.
Fluter Shoot is in the game as well. He is a bronze player, but he is gold this season, so congratulations to Fluter Shoot or Flutter Shoot. I probably am butchering that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the butchering. Man, he went ahead and jumped right on up from bronze to gold.
That's pretty impressive to go straight from bronze to gold.
Feels good, man.
These games will be casted at these channels. We're gonna wait for a few more. Wait for a few more.
We just like 1 or 2.
Gonna make sure that Ace is gonna join before I send him one more invite. Alright, yeah, I'll invite him. There we go, Ace.
Did he accept the invite?
He accepted.
It's still pending. There he goes. Ace
Gonna wait just a little bit more.
Ace being 1v1 Diamond currently. 1v1 Masters in the past. It's time to cheap 6.
I shall be right back. Just give me half a second.
And guys, we got a little bit of dead time right now. Of course, like he said, we're just waiting on a couple more people to show up in this game so we can have lots of games to cast.
I am back. I'm back. I just talked over you.
That's
okay. Well, should we start?
We've got what? 2, 3 new people. I always like getting new people because I have dreams and hopes that they will watch the stream and love it.
Well, we have somebody else who's watching. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they have an account or not because I can't see their names. But welcome, new people. If you're in here, it's awesome. I'm gonna hold off on starting until I get some confirmation in the pit. There we go. That just filled it up.
Oh, excellent.
So we have a full lineup here. We're gonna let these new people know.
Yeah, go ahead and get that.
They're welcome to watch. If they don't want to watch, that's fine too. We're gonna cast some games because we're gonna be awesome as always. If you have anything to tell us to help us improve, it would be highly appreciated. If you have any music suggestions, it'd be even more appreciated.
Indeed, indeed.
Daybreak. I feel like Daybreak was the map yesterday too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh wait, yeah, Joe's watching. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
All
Lose
right.
50k? We did indeed. He probably was a random Twitch wanderer.
Alright, guys, let's see.
Go ahead and hop that in.
We pasted, yeah.
Yeah. But don't stream cheat.
We're gonna be
That's
out
no
of here.
fun. Do what now?
I almost said awesome casting, but I was like, I'm just gonna say light casting instead because that's more modest and probably more accurate. Because I don't know that I would designate anything as awesome quite yet.
Man, Florencio is always ready to go. Didn't he say that his main was Zerd?
No, that's the Zohan. That's the Zohan.
Yeah. Correct. Is he still around?
I think that he was joining up with some friends to play some.
Yeah.
So I don't
Are
think
you
he's
like
playing.
some real nasty frame rate drops?
Yeah, I had it too. Like, we'll see. It's somebody. It's somebody who's lagging.
Man, it's still laggy. Yeah, it's you, Puppy Puncher, isn't it? Game Start.
Stutters. This is awesome. This is awful.
No leg. Yeah. Ooh, gosh. This is terrible.
I wonder what their APM is like in this choppiness. Though.
Literally getting cancer. As opposed to metaphorically or figuratively. Can't get my probes to mine. I'm downloading HOTS. Saga.
Saga.
We're breaking everything.
Already have battle cruisers. Saga eat a dick. Oh man, that's terrible.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
We
And he has left the game.
Yeah.
Was he the problem? Yes, he was. Well,
Oh, poor Saga.
that solves that.
Poor Saga.
Gunner,
Well,
you're
You know, I just want to say this: that whole thing. It may have been that, or it may have been the fact that he is Masters level. But Ace has an APM average of 167 right now in the first minute of the game.
Now, was Ace Masters or was Saga Master? I can't remember.
Ace is Masters.
I don't know if you know, but my memory is terrible. And Ace, of course, is also streaming. Gunner, you just know everything about everyone. It's terrifying.
This is just everybody knows everybody. I don't even know. We're just trying to figure stuff out. Pinging and shit.
Pinging the map.
Uh,
Alright, so we've got this first probe. Let's go ahead and jump into this game, because we got a little distracted with all the lagging and technical difficulties.
well, I'll give you the honors this time.
Alright, in the top, guys, we've got the dark blue Zerg being Ace. He is currently in Diamond, but he's placed Master 6 times, if I remember looking at his thingamajigger correctly. Profile, that is the word that I lost and now have found. Looking at his Obs stats, trying to avoid saying is incredibly hard when you're thinking about it. He has 6-4 record. Not a whole lot of Obs games, but that's okay because he's Masters. Florencio coming in at the bottom as the Protoss with 22 and 15 in Obs. I believe he is also a Diamond player.
I'm going to go ahead and interrupt you real quick because we have this pylon that was just scouted and the
immediately canceled. Something to mention if you're new to the stream, Florencio plays out some of the most interesting builds I think I've ever seen a Protoss do. None of them tend to be any kind of standard or like, I'm just going to do this and go win. It's more of a reactionary style, similar to Zerg, and it's always interesting to watch.
It's always pretty cheesy too. We should probably add that in. There's a lot of feta cheese that goes on with these games.
Might be worth mentioning. And once, like we just said, here's the
oh my god!
with the pylons. Puppet Puncher actually with a little bit of more superior analysis than I had. It's reactionary. It's Tech to Colossal Storm and then GG roll.
I think that was not worth it at all. That wasn't even a little bit worth it.
I have to say that was about as least worth it as it gets. It's literally taking your money, lighting it on fire, and then giving that money to the government.
These Zerglings are going to be out, and actually, they may be here before the cannon is down, but I don't know that it'll be that big of a deal. He'll probably finish that wall off completely, but he's floating so many minerals. He needs a Nexus or something. He needs to do something with his money.
Puppet Puncher, he may be correct me. I think I actually got that statement wrong, whereas you give the government your money and then they set it on fire, but that's fine. Some cannons coming out.
Oh my god, it's the same build. It's the same build as earlier.
Same build as earlier, you are correct. I was going to say, I think Florencio actually has a mental condition where he just cannot expand at his natural first. He has to do something else. And as we can see, that's going to be 3 gateways on the low ground. Ace doesn't really scout it. I mean, there's no reason for him to at this point.
He's going to see this, right? Like, he sees this wall. So he sees the wall. He'll have to assume, and I'm going to just say this. I feel like the fact that
the wall
it looks like he can... Oh, yeah. It looks like he can see the... I'm sorry, I'll keep talking over you, but...
You got it. Take the wheel.
In the observer, I'm going to try to word this appropriately. In the UI for Obs 1v1, It looks like he has seen these buildings, but I believe that he has indeed not. Nothing has been down here for Ace, so he does not see this, and all he sees is this wall, this tight wall.
And
So he's
because
gonna
of-
assume.
Yeah, he hasn't sacked an Overlord in there yet, so he can only assume that there's a base there.
And so when these zealots hit, it's gonna be surprising. But last time this happened, he won against the Zohan barely, with that push, and it freed the Florencio, or pardon me, it freed the Zohan out, and he had cannons up here at this high ground area, and maybe that'll work again. This time, I'm not so sure. I don't really know, but we have so many zealots. We have 6 zealots out. I think we're going to go ahead and attack.
Alright, and a couple more in production are going to be backing this up. The Queen is slowly making her way down. She's just creeping and crawling. And just now, he's going to get vision of this, and we're just going to have to see how it plays out. Immediately attacking on that hatchery. One zealot, no zealots. Okay, this hatchery is going to get whipped down.
14 Zerglings in production, and we already have about 8 Zerglings on the field, but will it be enough? Certainly not to save this hatchery. Oh, no way. No way.
He's going to go ahead and turn around and take all of those zealots out. I believe that was a good play, because as soon as the rest of these zealots, yeah, there they come. Taking all of those at once would have been terrible. And the surround, actually, on those Rubens and Zerglings, is going to clean this up very quickly.
He killed the third, but at what cost?
But at what cost, indeed. The Nexus, this time he did decide to expand. The Nexus has come out, it is almost finished, but he's still economically behind. And you can take a look at the supplies, 26 to 50. And these gateways all have been scouted.
He's just going to lift him off and bring him back home. Oh, wait. That's not how it works. Oh, it's painful. And now, Florencio's in deep trouble, and you can tell because of that the cannons he's put at his main wall.
Why Foxy Gate? There to go.
Yeah, well.
That's pretty much the answer. I'm gonna ask him, are you watching the stream? Just out of curiosity.
You're gonna have to type it in chat, because if he's not watching the stream, he won't know what we're talking about.
Right. Now it's typing it.
No, but we have the Cybernetics core is almost done at the 10-minute mark, or close to the 10-minute mark.
And there's a pretty big zealot, or zealots. So Zerglings can now make zealots near the heart of the swarm. But there is going to be a Zergling push at the front here, but of course there's tons of cannons. We won't be able to get through at all, so we're just going to have to see what he decides to do with those. And now we're just kind of moving into a bit of a mid-game, but Ace, of course, like I said, has a vast lead. Puppy Puncher, yes. We do have naked women jumping up and down. No Warp Gate.
Well, one thing that I feel like I should say is we have the Spire coming out, and we have a double Stargate that I believe was just spotted as the Overseer left the base. And honestly, there's not a whole lot Florencio can do in his position. He went really heavily all in on those triple proxy gates, and he killed the third for sure, but the third didn't have any drones at it, and he lost every single one of his zealots, so he wasn't able to keep the aggression up. You could tell in the supply that he's so really far behind, and these Void Rays are coming out, and I just don't know that it's going to be enough, because the Spire is going to be done before these Void Rays are even close to being at the enemy base, and all he needs is a couple Corruptors or just a couple Mutas or something. Just run back.
He's saving up that money. He'll probably make something. Yeah, there's the 10 Mutas or so, or 8. Looks like he's going to stop at 8. But 8 Mutas, I believe, will be 2 Void Rays any day of the week, including Sundays. And we're just going to see how this plays out.
Now, if he just goes mass, he's got 2 more Phoenix coming out. He has 2 Void Rays coming out, but I feel like these Void Rays are going to get caught out in the middle of the map. That's not like they're going to be able to take out anything particularly important. And thank you, by the way. Thank you.
We appreciate it. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
We got +1 air attack on the way, 3 more Mutas finishing up now, but these Void Rays are not going to be able to do anything significant. Maybe they'll be able to take out a Queen, maybe, but I feel like these Mutas are just going to turn right to him, and they see him immediately. Here they come. Void Rays trying, maybe they get some charge, but they're not going to have anything immediately.
Angle. There the go is going ahead and calling it GG. I'm going to be inclined to agree with him, but Florencio's always got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. We'll see what he's going to do this time. Those Mutas are coming out, cost effective indeed. And there's going to be a lot of damage that could be done with these mutas at the main base.
He does have 4, going to be 6 Phoenix in a second, but honestly, it just can't be enough. There's nothing else at the base except for those Phoenix, and here comes the fight. Maybe with some excellent micro, he'll be able to pull this out. While Muta falls, a bunch of Mutas are low, but I don't know.
Phoenix health is going down rapidly. They're running away, but something you would never do from a Phoenix is run away. Always engage if you can help it.
But that was actually a pretty nice micro, but that alone is not going to be enough to save Florencio. A small victory, but only a small one. The 4th base for Ace going down now, while Florencio is stuck on 2 base, and really not much on the ground to speak of just now. And actually, no warp gate still at the 14-minute mark. It's unbelievable. I feel like that's just that's every game we've seen.
Every game, he normally forgets it until he needs it, and then it's too late. And now the mutas have come back. There's more of them. They're ready to go. A lot of Phoenix, though, and they're going to go ahead and try to surround these mutas. Phoenix, incredibly cost-effective against the mutas. And it looks like he's not going to really be able to engage these Phoenix. He's flying over the cannon. It's really bad play there. He's going to go ahead and lose all of these mutas.
But these mutas,
and
for themselves certainly, but the loss of all the mutas is not enough to injure Ace enough to bring Florencio back into the game, because the Phoenix harass, I have to imagine, won't be that effective against. Well, actually, no, he'll be able to take out a lot of drones in this base. I thought that there would have been more spores here, but I actually didn't check it. And they can just pick up a lot of drones, pick up the queens, but Hydra's around now. I don't know, man. I don't know about this.
He'll go ahead and lift up on those Hydras. 2 more coming out, but there's about 5 Hydras and 2 Queens. He doesn't want none of that. There's Phoenix dropping out of the sky incredibly quickly. But if you take a look at the income tab, it really tells the story here. 1,200 to 2,000 in minerals, 460 to 672 in gas. So that 4th base is about to kick in for Ace. There's really just not a whole lot Florencio can do. Maybe some direct Templar play would be interesting. And he's going to go ahead and build a mothership.
I feel like I should talk about this at this point, because I feel like Florencio has not gotten Warp Gate consciously. It has to be, because he's been producing on gateway units, or just regular gateways, for so long. He has to realize this. I mean, I obviously realizes because that's his producing units, but he's just not. Apparently 50 minerals, 50 gas is just not enough of an incentive for Warp Gate.
Well, I mean, it's going to tie up his hallucination research. He won't be able to research it if he decides that it's the important one to get. And also, you know, sometimes you got to give gateways some love. But here comes the push. He's going to go ahead and try to lift up some of those Hydras. And it looks like the numbers are telling the story here. Stalker's forced to retreat back behind that cannon line. But there may be enough cannons to hold this push off, but Ace is going for it.
Even if he pulls back, I feel like he could take it. And look at the Roach reinforcements behind this. Roach is going to just tank this wall down. Hydra's DPSing it behind that beefy Roach line.
The mothership, of course, still only about. It's going to be out just a little too late. There's not going to be enough units to really do the damage that's required as soon as it hits.
But if when it comes out, there's no overseer with this army. It won't be able to save the base, but maybe he can take care of a little bit of the army, or at least to stay.
Here comes the mothership now, and there it is. But the Hydras will just, won't they just burst it down? I mean, that's what I do.
I think they're just going to get natural. I mean, this game is over now. This game is 100% unequivocally over. All the pros will die. They're pulled into combat. Never what you want to see.
And the mothership gonna go ahead and get the first kill there. That Hydra burning to its death. Florencio's gonna go ahead and GG. Ace is victorious.
A good game to watch, but I feel like it was more of and not just, this is not to take anything away from Ace, because Ace played very well. But you know, Florencio defeated himself a little bit there with that triple gateway that's proxied.
Now, I don't think I've ever seen the man play a very, very serious game yet, so, you know, it's always a strange new trick up his sleeve, and it's always a good game to watch, but at the end of the day, the standard macro play is just going to go ahead and win the game.
We're going to see a rematch, so...
Anyone else getting in on this? I don't know. Ace is kind of frowny-faced a little bit. He was looking for a new challenge.
But Florencio probably has something else up his sleeve, ready to play again. Razaroth is like, I'm going to go ahead and head out. But, you know, we'll look at this as a best-of-3 series of some sort, or a best-of-2 series. So it's going to be a best-of-2.
It's a best-of-2. If you win both games, you win. If you lose one of the two, well, I don't know.
Then we haven't proved anything.
All
Top
right,
hand corner we have in the.
started it up. Yeah, go ahead and take the intro. Sorry, I was.
No, that's fine. Top right hand corner we in the blue Protoss uniform, so to speak. We have Florencio, who we've just seen lose a match at 22 and 16 in 1v1 Obs matches. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have Ace in the dark blue Zerg uniform, so to speak. He has just won a match. He is 7 and 4. Not played a whole lot of 1v1s here, but this is gonna be Master Zerg. I believe it's Master Zerg, or is it Diamond
Well,
Zerg?
he's technically Diamond at the moment, but he's placed Masters 6 times previously. So I don't know what that drop was. Probably a long hiatus, if you will, between the last seasons. I think if you don't play for 2 seasons, you lose your MMR. And then he got replaced in Diamond. He's only played 1 game out of the season, so that's the only thing I can assume.
Well, we have this pool coming down relatively early. I think that was, what, 10 pool? Maybe a,
I believe so. It's
9, 8 pool maybe? I didn't actually pay attention to that.
yeah, I mean,
close.
he's only got 9 supplies, so that's definitely an 8 pool. It's going to be scouted here by Florencio. That early gateway is going to go ahead and drop. I was kind of ready to see that forge there, but it's going to be a gateway. Double gas being taken for the extraction trick. Going to get you out a few more Zerglings, and there are all 3 Zerglings going to be popping here soon.
This is actually really dangerous for Florencio, because these Zerglings are going to come in, and it's not going to kill him or anything, but there's not going to be a Zealot out in time if these Zerglings immediately run across the map.
Something interesting, it actually could kill him. Contrary to what you may think, like 6 Zerglings on the field and then backed up by a few more. I actually forgot to turn on my Blizzard UI, because he's going to be backing this up with 4 more Zerglings. If he doesn't, well, he's going to be able to front boost the Zealot out, so he may be able to just barely hold on without taking huge amounts of damage, but it will definitely hold him behind in this game.
No, I think that he'll definitely take damage, because even if the Zealot, and I guess I misjudged the amount of time the Zealot would take a little bit. But even if the Zealot manages to hold here, I feel like he'll do a little bit of damage for sure. But I don't think he'll die from this. Oh, he's stuck at 18 supply. Supply blocked. Overlord just coming out now. He's gonna break down the wall. Oh yeah, he's gonna break down that wall. I think.
Yeah, he's kind of posturing up 2 more Zealots as soon as these other 2 Zealots. This is actually a
he just swing back around the backside. No, he's just gonna fight.
It was a very interesting play by Florencio.
Oh, he's gonna just surround him.
Reinforcements, but 2 more Zealots wrapping around now, and depending on how this, yeah, he's not really going to be able to push that. It was a very interesting defense.
That was pretty impressive. I have to admit that was relatively convincing. The defense. I feel like he can still go around the side though, because these Zealots aren't particularly fast.
Right,
but now there's more of them, more and more of them. Honestly, what would happen if he just pushed out with these Zealots? I don't know.
Well, the Zerg is going to go ahead and try to turn this into a bit of a macro game. That expansion is dropping. He understands that he has to at this point. But with more Zealots on in production, it's actually a slight supply block here. Like you said, there may be some merit in just counterattacking with these Zerglings, because if he wants to do any kind of economic play, he's going to need to drone up. But you can see him.
But actually, with the 10 Zerglings on the way, there's no way he can know it. But it's going to be a better play to stay back at home. He's going to stay near that pylon, and what might happen? And he's going to try to wall this pylon off with other buildings. And that's a really good play, because that's the weak point in his wall. The only other way that they can really get in is that top portion, and that's probably the more defensible position at this point, honestly, because you can pull back a little bit easier. That's where the Zealots are being created to, or not rallied to, created to.
Right.
But honestly, you know, this expansion is going to come up, but if we look at the income tab, it's got to be really close, and Ace has a slight lead in minerals, but Florencio's getting that gas for that tech, and it's going to start making a difference, I feel like, and the Zerglings are in trouble already. They got to back up and regroup.
He lost a few Zerglings there. There's 10 more Zerglings on the field, and he doesn't know about it. He's actually moving out. He's split his O, and these Zealots are going to get completely caught. He needs to bring these Zealots home if he has any intention to defend. There's a supply block just now getting broken. He's going to go ahead and bring those Zealots back.
but they might get caught in the middle of the field as they cross. The Overlord
It's gonna
sees
be
them.
Close.
Oh,
they need to.
they
Don't run
want
out.
the
Don't run
surround,
out.
and they get the surround on all of the Zealots, but they don't have enough DPS. They want to pull away. I think he actually had the DPS.
He may have been able to take that out, but it would have been a pretty even trade simply because Zealots do a lot of damage. 2 Stalkers on the field now. Florentio.
And
He's
here
got
comes
that
the
side
attack.
score.
But I feel like the attack. I don't know. The attack might do enough damage. There's only these original Zerglings on the field. There is no static defense. There is no more Zerglings on the way. How many larvae does he have? He has enough to build some if he really wanted to, and he just broke. He just had more supply available to him. And there's 10 more Zerglings, and that's going to be the right play.
But if speed as well.
If these Zealots tank the damage appropriately, because each of these, basically 5 supply of Zerglings against, and then plus the original Zerglings. So probably like 10 supply of Zerglings versus 6 Zealots, right? 6 Zealots, 2 Stalkers, and they're going to come back around. They want this round.
They're not quite doing it. Zealot's doing a lot of damage. A little bit of micro here, back up to that wall. As soon as the Spine Crawler finishes, though, this push is really going to be stopped and distracted.
The Zerglings have all melted.
He needs to try to focus the Spine. He's going to go right into the main base. It's a good play.
Thing against this, all the Zerglings are dead.
Every Zergling dies. Once again, I'll say it. I said it once, I'll say it again. Zealot's are real good, man.
Oh!
The Queens. Oh, what a good transfuse. And he's gonna lose some drones here.
But like at this point, he's pretty much committed to this. He's gonna lose all this army. There's no way they're gonna get out. Oh, but I don't know. This is such a weird situation. I don't think he has enough DPS to snipe this base. But if these pick around,
Zealot placement, but the Queen is gonna be able to do some good work here. I don't think the spawning pool is gonna go down now. The mining had to get redirected to the natural. This is giving him plenty of time to get up his own natural Florencios, but he's not making any units with it. You can see there's nothing in production other than those 2 Stalkers. He really needs to be making probes.
now what happened to the other Queen? Did that Queen die while we weren't paying attention?
Well, it looks like we might have lost her. Yeah, I think what happened is Puppy Puncher giving us the okay there, got sniped. It had like 1 or 2 HP left.
Mm.
And
Well, that's important to note though, because that's production that he doesn't have at the moment. But he still has a lot of larvae left over, so it might not
These
make.
Zerglings wasn't paying attention, and the Zealots got completely surrounded. He's gonna have to pull away.
He's gonna just run right into the main. There's nothing stopping them running right into the main, but he doesn't want to. He just wants
Stalkers.
As I say that, surround on the Stalker, and that's and this is the end. Drones being pulled and pros being pulled, and it doesn't matter if all his Zerglings die to the Stalkers and the probes together. The damage, I feel like, is going to be too much. Florencio is already playing from behind. He doesn't have working again. Not that he had, I think actually had enough time to do it this time. And he's stabilized a little bit, but the economy is just going to get more and more out of hand. This is a little bit skewed because he wasn't mining, but even as he resumes mining, I believe that it's safe to say that the Zerg player has double his economy.
The drone numbers are astronomical in comparison. 26 to 40, of course, in this early game was a huge deal. Roach is on the way, layer tech about halfway done, double evo, all of the tech is coming together. He's spending that money. Protoss is still behind. There's just nothing he can do. He's got 2 gateways, 3 in the base, but he doesn't have the money to produce off of them. Twilight counseling production, so maybe he's going for Dark Templar, maybe?
Yeah, went behind Dark Shrine, but honestly, even a Dark Shrine that might not be enough to save him. Lair is already coming up, and he has both Evos, so Spores or Overseers would not be a problem at all as soon as he does any kind of scouting.
Correct. Put my tab back on production. Now the Twilight has finished. He's got some gas saved up. Let's see what he does with it. Nothing yet. A couple more Stalkers in production. Probes and pylons, and another little poke with some Zerglings. They don't see a whole lot of anything.
Infestation Pit almost finished for the Zerg. We got Blink upgrade on the way for the Protoss, but it's just, I have to imagine, again, we see a conscious decision not to get Warp Gate. This is no longer a mistake. This is a gameplay decision that has been...
Actually, just as you say that, he realized it.
It's a total mistake, and I lied to all of you. And it was a test, and you failed because you believed me. Okay.
And that's just how we roll. Now the Blink is in production. it's not really going to offer him very much because infestors are good, and they're just going to use infestor tech.
I'm just going to use it. The infestors are going to use infestor, and that will be the reason why.
It wins games, man. It wins games. Yeah, of course they're going to use fungal. Fungal's real good, and he's going to have pathogen glands. Timing, okay, he's got 2 infestors coming out now, and then he'll probably be backing that up with some roaches. Huge production tab, upgrades coming in, roach speed coming in, a couple more extractors on that 3rd base. Florencio is going to try to go ahead and make a push with these stalkers and blink tech, but he's just going to meet a brick wall with these roaches and infestors.
The only way this can work. Oh, okay, never mind. it was a changeling. It caught me off guard.
Changeling good, take it out.
If he sacks his infestors, but no, even if he were to lose both infestors at a single fungal growth, there's too many roaches. Roaches are in this large numbers are going to be able to handle this many stalkers easily.
Even with incredibly good blink micro, it won't matter. Did you see the micro there? But look, there's the fungal.
Fungal down.
And there's the stalkers. 1 fungal and the push is done for.
And at this point, it's
there's
GG. He knows that he's too far behind, and he has GG'd his way out. It was a good game to watch, but in this best of 2 series, Ace takes it 2-0. It was a very interesting early game. Probably a new person. Go. It's gonna be the same person.
Ace doesn't want any of it.
Florencio, though, you know, gotta say, always ready to play. Always ready to play.
And there's some merit to be had for that. Of course, he's going to go ahead and switch out his Zealot for Dark Templar. I won't enter unless someone else joins.
Get in there. Get in there, I'll watch. Okay, well, we have Flutter Shoot, we have Puppy Puncher, Gunner, the Rathgo, and Florencio, who just played a few times, and a couple others. He's pulling up avatars. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, who have we lost already?
There we go. We lost Sage, who was or Saga, who was lagging us out.
And Razaroth, if I'm not mistaken. Is there the go? Is he still around? Gunner? A little bit of dead time here, just trying to figure out who wants to play. Gunner's going to go ahead and go for it.
Well, Gunner's going to get in there in a TVZ matchup, a very fun matchup to watch. Always.
Of course,
Going to get that Viking. That's such a cool model.
It actually is. Of course, Gunner is Grand Master. You'll see him at MLG later this week, year, one of them, month. That's the one I was looking for. In March.
By the way, did you see all that stuff on Reddit about what MLG having this big announcement coming up about MLG for StarCraft?
I heard about it, I skimmed through it, and I didn't really look a lot into it.
Well, go ahead and introduce the players, and then we'll talk about that for a little bit while we're waiting for the game to really get underway at earnest.
Alright guys, so we've got Gunner being the Black Terran. I just really want to point out super quickly, black is an awesome looking color in this game. I always like it when someone gets black. I just think it looks nice. And yeah, let's go ahead and cover his stats. He is 35 and 41 in Obs, a 46.1% win rate. Mac Daddy Pimp, of course, loving it. And down in the bottom left, we have Ace, the dark blue Berserk, playing the last couple of games. I'm pretty sure he's undefeated against Florencio right now. He is a Masters League player. He's very, very good, and we're going to see what he can pull out this game. His stats in Obs, he hasn't played a whole lot, so he's only 8 and 4 with a 66.7% win rate. And now tell us about the Reddits.
So, recently on the Reddits, what's his face? How do I mute? Okay, how do you mute us? You can just press the volume button.
That's all you do. I'm gonna go ahead.
Well, why would you want to mute our
wonderful
beautiful voices? But that being said, in the Reddits, they were talking about how Sunshine, or whatever his face is, the guy who's in charge of MLG, the guy who's
Sundance.
or whatever, Sundance, yeah, that guy.
That's the one.
He tweeted that there be no open bracket at MLG, and that has been confirmed. There is no open bracket for StarCraft at MLG, and they have not said what it will be taking its place, but they've said that it is big. and that it'll be relatively huge, and that this is like, you know, it'll be hard to swarm, and it'll be only about 2 days after the game has come out.
Well, he just managed to kill that SCV. Of course, there's not quite a worse gut-wrenching feeling than losing that first extra Zerg and losing your first SCV to that scouting Zerg or probe, your process.
We got a lot of macro. That spawning pool just went down. What was it, 15th or 16th supply that it went down. Hatcher is going to come out. Pretty standard play, nothing crazy. I'm interested to see what decision Gunner makes, because pretty soon we're going to see whether or not he's going to go for that early span. Actually, we already know that he is, because he had that many resources. The Obs plan, I should also mention, the amount of minerals that they gather is not always extraordinarily clear immediately, if that makes any sense. Like,
there's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
The refresh rate. So I was going to ask you, is it a standard play for Zero to go 3 hatch against Terran, or do they normally 2 base? I mean, obviously here we see the 2 base with gas, but it looks like he's really trying to gear up for maybe taking a 3rd base. I don't really know just how standard it is, because I play Protoss.
You know, it's hard for me to say at this level, because I think that at least Ace's builds are probably at a level slightly higher than what I generally play at, but typically, no. Typically, you don't see it that early. I think that a lot of it has to do with Hellion run-bys and stuff like that, but it's not at Diamond level, no. At Masters level, it's totally reasonable as long as you scout. Because look, we got a triple orbital on the way, so even if Ace expanded right now and didn't have any static defense there at all, and no army, there's just not going to be a push out anytime soon. So you can totally establish that base and have 2 or 3 minutes to totally defense it.
Right. You gotta make that base and then defense it. So these 2 Zerglings are gonna go ahead and scout out, and just to see the timings on the command centers and see what the expansions look like. He's not gonna see anything, so because it's built on the high ground, this could potentially make him, you know, think that it's some kind of aggressive play like a 1-1-1. Did he scout it when you were ending up that ramp?
It's hard for me to tell whether he saw that command center, but I think that it's so hard to say, because I didn't quite get a look at his vision. But I think he'll see it pretty soon again, because he's going to go up again. I'm actually going to switch to his vision for a second, because I almost guarantee he's going to run up that again. Try to get one more look at it.
Yeah, let's see what we see. Because, of course, just to keep in mind,
Yeah,
guys, the Obs chat is a little strange. The Obs client, I mean. And the buildings show up regardless of whether they've seen them. It's a bug that we've noticed recently. So it's hard for us to say whether or not he's actually seen the early command center. Of course, I can only assume, watching the Ace cam now, it's pretty interesting to see how high level of plays that he's making. I can only assume he knows, because there's no, you know, units on that field.
A ton of Zerglings on the field, and there we go. Now he's going to see. He's got a full surround of the Marines. Actually,
The Marines are all going to die.
And he's not going to be able to use his expansion anytime.
Oh, he didn't raise his wall.
Disaster strikes.
And there's nothing to hold this up. He's going to have to pull all of his SCVs to just try to hold here.
Oh, that's the game.
Gunner with the no. GG.
Jimmy, no. Jimmy, no. I feel for you, man. I feel for you. That feeling is the worst. Yeah. No kidding, right?
A little bit.
Oh man, that's painful. It's so painful.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we call it anticlimactic. But yeah, the depot just didn't care, man. Didn't need no man to tell her what to do.
Nothing doing about that, man. Nothing doing
Puppy
that.
Puncher's gonna go ahead and get in there. Gonna go ahead and throw a yellow swag in there because I have it on macro. Silver League versus Masters. This can only go in one direction, which is Terran, OP, and will take the game. I always like seeing, as you know, these lower leagues, just, you know, everything's totally different. Everything's different. The builds are different. The plays are different. And you know, occasionally, because at the higher level, like, the plays are so macro-oriented, you'll just win with some cheese.
And I can almost guarantee you that something like that is going to be coming out, or at least something weird. Because last time we saw Puppy Puncher play, it was against Florencio, and that was some just really weird all-in play that I just don't even know what to say anything about. Do a building rush.
It's really the only valid play here. Yeah, that are battle cruisers. I'll accept one of the two.
But we can look at the APM tab and already see that there's a big difference in the. Actually, that's a lie, because this is the average APM for as long as we've been in the game. So Puppy Puncher has been sitting for a long period of time, whereas Ace has played in every match. So Ace's APM is a little bit higher than that, and so is Puppy Puncher's, because there's all that downtime in between matches that counts towards APM and the Observer client.
Mm-hmm. Your SCVs are rallied to choke. Silver Weapon Sun. Yeah, you know, maybe this was it's just to make sure that corner is incredibly secure. Puppy Puncher tossing out a son of a bitch. I don't. Gunner doesn't actually see that, or Puppy Puncher can actually see Gunner's chat. So, just so you guys know, but that was pretty hilarious. And builds are shaping up slowly but surely. Got our expansion dropping down for Ace.
Just making sure that you knew Gunner, because I wasn't sure if you knew or not, and I wanted to make sure that you knew that nobody was, like, there's no way he could listen.
He can't hear you, Gunner.
It's alright.
Well, that is important to realize.
You know what would have been cutesy is if he had brought like 2 or 3, or he can listen to me, I guess, but he can, okay. Yeah, if he wanted to and cheat, but there's no way he could see the chat. But you know that already. I know that you know that already. I'm just repeating it to make myself feel better.
Pool just now dropping down for Ace. That was a 15 pool. Red. I'm gonna watch the VODs later. Am I red or are you red? Ah, you're red.
I am red.
Excellent.
Oh, that's cool. Well, you'll see this part of the VOD, and I'll say that you're fucking awesome. Thank you for giving me views retroactive.
Shout out to Ace for being awesome, doing that view thing.
And on that note, I think that this might be my last one. I'll see afterwards. McDominate might continue casting after I go to bed, but I have something to do tomorrow morning, so I might have to be mindful of that. I can't even speak anymore. Shit.
I'm probably gonna have to be calling this my last game as well, simply because I haven't eaten in about 12 hours, and that's beginning to really kick in. And I'm real hungry. So once again, we've got the command center on the high ground for our Terran player. Not a completed wall, it's just kind of hanging out. Barracks and Supply Depot, they had an argument, they're no longer together. He lifted up and moved out, and we're just going to see if maybe the reactor can bring them back in. But until then,
this is not what I expected. This is not what I expected at all out of Puppy Puncher. Last time he played a very silly game. This time, this is even though the wall is obviously to be desired, or leaves much to be desired, I should say.
It leaves a lot to the imagination, and what's going to be important is if the Zerglings run up there and imagine that wall is there or not, it's going to be a big deal.
But I think that unless we see some kind of major aggression, because even if it's only like these 4 or 6 lings, it's not going to be that big of a deal, because most of them are going to get hit by this depot. Maybe one gets in. Bigger deal is going to be scouting information, and honestly, if I would bring this bunker barracks down to the low ground, make them walk all the way around the bunker if they want to get in. That's not what we're going to see, though. But
we can't all have that diamond level decision making.
Well, I don't even know if that's the right decision to make, but that's just, I'm just giving my own opinion. But
we've got the Overlord
we have the triple barracks. Yeah, see, and these Zerglings really aren't going to be able to get past this bunker, even though there's several of them. Too many Marines in there, too much DPS. But I feel like, let's look at the income tab. Terran's he really needs to make this bottom base and orbital, I feel like, and then keep up his SCV production, because his main is not actually producing any SCVs right now, and I'm wondering where that money is going, because he's saving it for something, or he's just not spending it. And it's one or the other. Both one. No, there's the orbital command, so there's going to make the orbital command. He needs to drop down a mule.
Yeah, I was going to say he needs to drop down that mule, because his energy on there is starting to get a little high. We've got our 3 barracks is about to finish.
That is not a tight wall. That is not. I don't think that's a tight wall at the.
No, there's a slight. Well, yes, actually it should be. Well.
Is it tight?
I don't know.
You guys tell me if it's tight or not.
I wouldn't have any experience.
By the way, Night Joe. I don't know if I missed that. Yeah, I totally missed that. He went to bed like. No. He was still watching.
Gotcha. Can I put my
You can put your finger in whatever you want, Gunner. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge.
I'm assuming he's talking about how tight the wall is. If you can put your finger in it, I guess it wouldn't be tight. So if you can get your tongue in there, just let me know. Go ahead and report back to Maine on that, and we'll keep us posted. We'll appreciate it. Starport.
Now this is too many lings. If these lings just decide to fuck this thing, and he's gonna get a scout. It's not really worth taking all those lings in there. I feel like because he's gonna lose a lot if he tries to pass through. But
he's gonna try to wrap around. Maybe get a mule or two. Good pull, good reaction time from Puppy there. Getting those rings.
He's gonna lose all these circles if he tries to attack.
And they're all going to go.
Not really worth it, but slowly but surely with his third base up, we might see the economy start just inching a little bit ahead. Obviously, a 2-base turn economy can totally keep up with 3-base Zerg economy for some amount of time, at least in terms of tech and production.
And just to mention, the current drone to SCV count is 39 drones to 29 SCVs, 40 to 30 now. So he is, even though he's still only on 2 base, he's droning up hard. That economy is going to start making a difference. Double upraise on the way, something that we see those high-level players doing. And yeah, we're just going to have to see where this goes from here. Starport with the reactor, probably going to be popping out some medvac soon. A couple more barracks and eBays are in production.
I don't know if he used it on a scan because used his energy on a scan because he didn't. His income is not actually increased at all. But if he were able to use those mules, you know, each mule is worth 4.5 workers. We'd actually have just a twinge better mineral economy, just a hair better. But we have a really big supply block on Puppy Puncher as the third comes up for Ace. Ace getting +2 melee attack, +1 armor. For +1 armor is going to be available pretty soon in the next couple seconds. A lot of lings on the field, and I have to imagine that there's going to be some kind of he's going to do something with these lings because I don't think he would sacrifice drones for no reason.
There's quite a few of them, and as we can see, well, he does keep in mind that he knows he's playing against the Silver Leader, so he might not be playing the most economy-minded game here, but he did just make a huge wave of drones. Double infestation phase? Let's look at that. Second infestation kit on the floor. Double upgrades, maybe? Could just be a mistake.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake. He canceled it, I think.
Did he? No? Still
no? Yeah, you're right. I'm totally wrong.
He might as well, he's got the... And there it is.
We'll find out if neural parasite is starts being researched.
Well, we've got these Zerglings looking like they're ready to make a move out. There's not really much of a response from Puppy Puncher here. He may just be able to run these in and win the game.
You should run them. Oh, it doesn't even matter. This is too many. This is way too many.
And of course, just taking a look at the money here, the minerals that are currently in the bank, the Puppy Puncher is close to 1,000. And that's, you can just see those should have been units. And instead, they were minerals.
And the supply just speaks for itself. And Banes, so many Banelings. Is just gonna hit the supply depot and tear down that wall, roll into the main base, and win. It's just gonna be one giant explosion of Baneling. This is the here comes that climax.
Just a little chip in for the people that aren't on the stream. But
yep.
Puppy Puncher was wanting it, and he's about to get it.
Oh, and here it comes.
A little bit of focus fire, skims, runs.
The most killer splits in the world couldn't save him now.
He's gonna need some Marine King Prime level shit going on right here. Supply depot's falling, burning down. It's a scene. Out.
Oh no, the SCPs are not being pulled. Here comes the Banelings and the oh, and everyone gets hit. And now
I threw up in my mouth a little.
Dead.
Oh, now he's got about 7 Marines left. The Zerglings are all dying to them, so...
Rebuild. He can rebuild. He has 1,000 minerals, man.
Yeah, 1,000 minerals, mules.
All in your buildings. I feel for Puppy Puncher, but that being said, I'll say this: not bad macro for somebody who's in Silver League. Just got to spend that money a little bit better. Losing to somebody who's in Masters League or was in Masters League ever, as somebody who's in Silver League, is not shabby at all.
I only would judge you a little bit. And I do want to commend Puppy Puncher for being a Silver League. He's got great production, which is one of the things that you lack the most. And look at that micro. Some great focus fire on the Bane. It just doesn't matter. But, hey, I think he still did a pretty good job. There's the GG.
A good sport from Puppy Puncher. I'm so glad that he
GG'd instead of lifting all of his buildings.
yeah, I'm going.
Ace has got the right idea. And it's time to eat. It's time to eat and then play League. Actually, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm sleepy. But I'm gonna eat first. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all for hanging out, watching the stream. I still don't think I have many people coming to my side of things, but that is okay.
I'm gonna make sure that I have follow 7th Ace, twitch.tv/7th Ace. Give him a follow. Also,
I'll follow that, man.
/McDominate. If you're not on his stream, go ahead and give him a follow as well. He's a badass, and so is Ace. You could just see Ace's play while we were playing. It says he's playing Diablo. That's a dirty lie.
Don't you lie to me, Ace. We just started this thing of beauty. I want you to tell me the truth. What is it, Ace 7 something?
Ace, the 7th Ace with a 7. 7th Ace.
There he is.
And I actually, it doesn't say anything.
Diablo 3 Wizard
I
Farmers.
could hear. Yeah, his stream is up. It just doesn't have anything on there because he closed out of the start. Or no, he's still in the StarCraft clan. It's all black. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it now. And just looking at all that stuff, Ace has left the game, and I believe that I will leave the game as well. I'm the last one. But thank you for watching the stream. If you're still on my stream, I appreciate it. I think that their Athgo wants to play, but I am sleepy, so I'm sorry I cannot do such. And let's see, 7th Ace.
Hey, if you guys watching. Me and you, and then Moomies and Bastion.
Bastin.
Ace, I'll give you a follow. You're a cool guy. You're excellent at StarCraft. I stream CSL, practice laddercast, and more. I don't know what CSL is. Counter-Strike.
Collegiate Star League is
Oh,
what
well, I'll be damned.
yeah. CSL is
Isn't that the thing that Day 9 puts together?
yeah. I believe that most of the teams are in Texas, if I recall correctly. It's
Maybe we should just move to Texas, man.
and also UC Berkeley. There's a couple of California schools that have them, and a few small schools that have them. So it's pretty varied. It's not just big schools that have these things. But you know, good shit. And welcome to Stream Ace. I see you there. What's up, bro? And thank you for tuning into the stream. I gave you a follow. Hopefully I'll see you more. We're going to try to cast Obs 1v1 games more often because we did it a couple times.
It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's good practice for us, and